Today is Thursday, Parashat Toledot. We're learning the halacha pesuka from Chok LeIsrael. The halacha here has to do with the mitzvah to learn Torah. So we start here from the middle of this section. Katan aviv chayav lelamedot Torah. A young child, even though he's not 13 yet, his father is obligated to teach him Torah. Shneimah, like the pasuk says, ולימדתם אותם, you'll teach your sons, את בניכם, לדבר בם, to speak in them. ואין האישה חייבת למד בנה, and the woman is not obligated to, she doesn't have the same obligation as a husband to teach her son Torah. The husband has a bigger obligation to teach the son Torah. כשם שחייב אדם ללמד את בנו, same way that a person is obligated to teach his son, כך הוא חייב ללמד את בן בנו. He's also obligated to teach his grandson. And therefore, if you have grandchildren and you help to send them to Jewish day schools by helping to support the expense, you're fulfilling a mitzvah. If you're not teaching yourself, you make sure that they do get Jewish education. So it's not just your son that you're obligated to teach. There's an obligation to teach also your grandson. שנאמר, like the pasuk says, והודעתם, you'll make them known, levanecha, to your sons, velivnei vanecha, and to the sons of your sons, meaning your grandchildren. Velo beno ben beno bilvad. It's not just your son and your grandson they're obligated to teach. Ela mitzvah, but it's rather a mitzvah al kol chacham vechacham, for any sage, Israel, from Israel, any Jewish wise man, any person who's learning Torah, he has an obligation, lelamed et kol talmidim, to teach all the students, af al pi she'enan banav, even though they're not his sons. Shene'emar v'shinantam levanecha, the pasuk says, you'll teach your children, mipi hashmu'a lamdu, and we learned from tradition that banecha elu talmidecha. What is your sons? Your sons are your students. Your students are like your children. She'atalmidim keroim banim, because your students are called like your children. Shene'emar, like the pasuk says, vayetzu bnei haneviim. He brings a pasuk here from the Navi, the sons of the prophets came out. It's not really the sons, the students. If you have an obligation to teach all your students, why then is there a mitzvah to teach your son and your grandson? But rather, the holy reason here is to create a priority. First, you teach your son, that's the first priority. Then ben beno, then your grandson. And then your grandson will take precedence over somebody who's not your grandson, just any other student. He's obligated to pay and to hire a teacher to teach his son. But to teach another man's son, that you do for free. For your son or your grandson, you hire a teacher. But if you have to teach somebody, you don't charge for teaching Torah. You teach Torah for free. Also, it's how can people, teachers in schools, etc., how can they earn a living then? Well, that's the exact point. They get paid not for teaching Torah, but for the time that they're not available to earn a living in another occupation. So the same amount of time had they spend the time on the business or the time on any other profession, they'll be earning a living. So to replace those lost wages, that's what you get paid when you teach Torah. But to get paid for teaching Torah, it's not a good idea. It's not a thing to do. Mi shelo limdo aviv chayav lelamed et atzmo. A person whose father didn't teach him Torah, he has the obligation to teach himself. Kshe'akir shene'emak ulmatem otam ushmatem la'asotam. So when he realizes that there is a need to learn, he should start learning, like the pasuk says. You learn them and you'll observe them. You'll observe the mitzvot. You'll find it everywhere. That learning comes before action. Because the learning brings a person to action. But action doesn't lead a person to study. So studying is learning Torah, is how you know what to do, and then you can fulfill the mitzvot. What about if he needs to learn Torah and his son needs to learn Torah? Who has priority first? If only one of them can be involved in learning Torah at that moment. Hu kodem livno. He takes precedence over his son. But if his son was able to understand and he was more intelligent, more insightful, he's able to understand even better what he's learning than the father, then beno kodem, then his son will take precedence. Even though he has to give precedence to his son in such a case, he should never desist from study of Torah. He should never stop learning Torah. That goes on for every day of a person's life. The same way that he has a commandment, there's a commandment upon him to teach his son. Also, it is a commandment to teach himself. And this was from the Halakha Psuka for today in Chok L'Yisrael. The great importance of learning Torah with their teaching your children, making sure they get Torah education, your grandchildren, other people, and most importantly, yourself also to learn Torah. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.